heard rumor in more than one place that Tony Bondi is in there only 2.5 hours a day. So is there a set 2.5 hours where if the public wants to go see the first selectman, it's between 8 and 10, or is it from 10 and noon? Because is that true too, that he's only there 2.5 hours a day?
I don't know if that's true. I've seen him at various times during the day. I would not track his hours. And
but Alice,
sure he has,
Alice is in there all day long.
Well, the question is directed to me, and I would say that he has other duties besides sitting in the office. I mean, he could put in 40 hours a week and still only spend 2 hours a day in his office.
Well, which 2 hours of a day? Because there's people who want to go see for town signatures and things like that. Which 2 hours is he there?
Does he have a set office hours, Alice, or is it just by appointment? If he has other duties, he's around town?
By appointment. You call the office and I can set up an appointment for you to come and see him.
You still want to defer to everyone? Or
well, that wasn't what I was going to ask about, but I'll just say that it shows, based on my previous life as a reporter, when people wouldn't answer your questions, it even made you more suspicious. So it is difficult, the fine line that you're trying to walk, but it's a legitimate question, I think, to want to know how all of our government leaders are conducting themselves and the time they're putting in. And if there is a problem,
I would agree. If I was the only, or Bob were the only source to get that information, I would agree with you. But Tony is not unavailable. So if someone want to ask the first selectman, if he was not available to answer his own questions, then I would feel obligated to do that. But he's certainly available for people in many different avenues for people to find out about his health.
No, I can attest to that. I mean, I've seen it in the past few days. But again, in this venue, it creates sort of an air of mystery that for whatever reasons you're doing that's fine. I just wanted to ask a quick question about what the Board of Selectmen keeps tabs on Mr. Kokomo's property and how he's doing in filling and attracting business, because we were here not too long ago talking about how there were so few residents in the Kokomo property. I wonder if you all know how he might be doing in attracting new business.
Yes, we do. We actually get, only when he makes a presentation. We don't have any tracking system or reporting obligation that we put on him to, only when we inquire and when he comes here to make a presentation. He was in front of a public hearing we had for his thing, and he made a presentation. He actually had his accountant there, and he had a marketing company representative that was there explaining their new marketing plan and how they're going forward and things like that. Now we have a town meeting coming up next week, which I'm sure, I shouldn't say I'm sure, I assume that his accountant or marketing person will be there, which he may be able, they may be able to answer more questions at that time. Yes, John.
Another question on the point.
Sure.
Every time the president goes into the doctor or under anesthesia for a medical test, there's a question of whether he seeks his authorities as vice president in the interim while he's out of touch. Has Tony delegated any authorities to either or both of you in his absence?
Well, he wouldn't, no, not for his daily duties, no, but he wouldn't have to do that. And he would not have to delegate any authority to us at any of these meetings because we meet as a board. So we have technically as much authority as he has. When he comes to a Board of Selectmen meeting, as of tonight, he's only one of 3 votes. He has no super vote or any additional powers that we don't have. We can create agendas, and we can create, move things along, we can make motions. So he doesn't have to grant us any additional authority for these meetings. And no, he has not asked me, excuse me, I can't speak for Mr. Duvall about whether he's asked you to do anything about his daily duties, but not me.
Okay, given the niceties of the charter, which may give you equal powers on the board, the common perception is that Tony is the chief executive of the town. Whether that's legally accurate or not, I'm sure it is the common perception. And I think the common perception is with him absent or not attending meetings, there's a vacuum in town leadership. I think it would be highly appropriate for the town executive to take the step of making a public statement, a proactive public statement about what's going on, so these questions can be put to rest and rumors don't get started. And I don't think it should have taken public discussion like this to generate that statement.
That is something you should take up with somebody else. That's the opinion of how you address something, how you manage. I don't, if I thought,
be the appropriate body to take that action.
and knowing how much Mr. Duval cares about this town as much as I do, if we, and I will speak for Bob, if we thought there was a void or a vacuum or a problem, we would step in and address it. But we have not seen any town business halt, stop, or any of the services need to be provided from the town not being provided.
As I say, perception is extremely important. If townspeople perceive that there's a problem, perhaps it should be dealt with proactively.
Well, that would be, we'll address that. Yes, Daniel?
Okay, just for town business, the Estuary Society, or down in Saybrook, they're going to run the bus
Yeah?
by October 1st, and we talked about that